I recently discovered my stepmom's Reddit account and was shocked by how much she seems to dislike me and my siblings. I'm really upset and just need to vent. I even cried reading some of the things she said, and I don't know what to do. I don't need advice, I just need to get this off my chest. My dad has been married to my stepmom for 5 years. They've been divorced from my mom since my younger brother was 2 years old. There's no bad blood between them. They co-parent really well. I have a 17-year-old sister, a 16-year-old brother, and I'm 25. My dad and stepmom also have a 3-year-old son together. I found her Reddit account kind of randomly. Since I'm only home on weekends, I let her use my computer. She forgot to log out of her email, and since I was home during the week, I ended up seeing it. She doesn't post much, but she comments a lot. I was honestly going to close her email, but it caught my attention that all the replies were from the step-parent subreddit. So, curiosity got the best of me. I know it's not good to snoop, but curiosity got the better of me. The first thing I saw was her last post, where she talked about things in my life on a random subreddit, criticizing my decisions, and even lying to get support from strangers. She has posts on that site where she mentions how happy she is when my siblings aren't home. My sister adores her, but she has comments about how she can't wait for us all to turn 18 and leave the house so she can just share the space with her own family, her, my dad, and their toddler. It seems like she doesn't really see us as part of her family. She's also posted a lot of comments saying that it's totally okay not to love your stepchildren because they aren't really family and that it's fine not to consider them one. She's mentioned how much it bothers her when my dad and brother have sleepovers at the house, just watching movies and hanging out in the playroom, and how she's tired of hearing teenage laughter. She said she can't wait until we all leave, so my dad can be with his real family. But what bothered me the most was learning that she resents having to learn sign language for my younger sister. It always seemed odd to me that my stepmom still struggles with it, but now I know she never really tried. My sister always said that sign language is hard for some people, so I never said anything, but now I realize she just didn't make an effort to communicate with my sister, even though my sister always tried to teach her. I was also shocked by how much jealousy she has whenever my dad spends time with me and my sister. It's so obvious, and honestly, it disgusts me. There were even people in the subreddit who shared similar feelings about their own stepchildren, going as far as to make disturbing comments that I won't repeat here. The worst part is how fake she is in front of us. She acts like everything is fine, but I've offered to babysit my half-brother so she and my dad could go on dates, and she's always refused. But then I saw comments where she said I never help her and that I should move out because I'm too old to live with my dad, and he has a new family. I cook for myself, do my laundry, and help my dad with bills while she doesn't. I'm usually only home on weekends because I'm attending the police academy most of the week. I don't even care if I'm being obvious about who I am. My dad was the one who asked me to move back in with him so that when I come home from the academy on Friday nights, it's easier for me. She also sexualizes my interactions with my dad, saying that it's not normal for me to nap while hugging him and that I should know my place. He's my father. What's wrong with her? It's honestly so disgusting, and I can't believe how she's been acting. I have screenshots of everything, the posts, the comments, everything. I have the evidence, and I'm not afraid to use it. A couple of comments that I saved. Show your dad her posts. Show your father what she really thinks of him. Once you all move out, she's going to work hard to isolate him even more. Update. I decided to delete the post because, for now, I can't tell anyone what happened. I'll be locked up in the academy until Friday morning. In fact, I'm not even supposed to be using my phone right now. Someone with too much free time shared this situation in that step-parent subreddit to warn my stepmom, and I have screenshots of everything, including a video showing it's her email and comments. If she sees that post, I'm worried she'll just delete the account. I already have the proof, but I don't want my siblings to find out before I talk to them. I know that these kinds of posts usually end up on TikTok or other platforms without permission, so I'd rather delete the post to avoid drawing even more attention to it. Even though my siblings don't use Reddit or similar content, I'll post again in that subreddit once I talk to my family about it. I hope the Reddit community can keep this secret for now. I'm sure they will, haha. When your stepmom acts like this. Some people have complained about me hugging my dad, and even napping while hugging him, as if it were something inappropriate. I'm sorry for having a family that loves me and shows affection. It's sad that some people see a simple hug as something sexual. I've also heard people say that being a step-parent is stressful, but then turn around and say things like, honestly, learning sign language isn't necessary. When the girl turns 18, I won't see her again. It's a waste of time since she can read lips. Honestly, it's hard to hear comments like that, especially when they come from someone who's supposed to be part of your family. Some of her comments about me and my siblings have been really hurtful. Next week I might have more to update, but for now the academy keeps me busy almost all day. Comments. Comment 1. It's already on TikTok. That's how I found this post. I hope it doesn't end up on my siblings for you page. Comment 2. As soon as it's posted on Borrow, it's on TikTok. Update 2. Hi, everyone. For now, I'm posting a little update here. I haven't spoken to my dad yet, but I've already spoken with my siblings and mom. I told my dad that I was staying at a friend's house when I left the academy, but I actually went to my mom's house and told her everything. She doesn't even know what Reddit is. It's not something that's commonly used where we live, but I translated the posts and comments for her. I showed her the videos, and my mom was furious. I explained to her that BM refers to biological mother. I was confused about it the first time I saw that term, too. My stepmom also made comments and posts complaining about my mom, even though they've always had a cordial relationship. But my stepmom lied, saying that my mom was troublesome. No one in the comments challenged her. Everyone just supported her and suggested that she should move far away with her real family, away from the problematic BM and kids. First, we told my brother, who was also upset. He said that my stepmom was fake and that he noticed how she ignores my sister sometimes. He said it also seemed strange to him that she hadn't learned sign language yet, especially since they spend so much time at our dad's house. He explained that sign language, just like English or Spanish, is much easier to learn if you live with someone who uses it daily. It's strange that she hasn't learned it, especially since my dad offered to pay for her classes, but she claims she doesn't have the time. We also asked him if he noticed any other behavior like this, and he said that my stepmom doesn't let him take care of our younger brother, which is the same thing she does with me. But curiously, she does let our sister take care of him, which I don't understand. Other than that, my brother said she's never treated him badly. When I told my sister, she was the most hurt. She cried, especially because of the comments my stepmom made about me, calling me a horror. It's kind of ironic. Her comments about my sister affected me, and the comments about me affected her. My sister noticed something that I didn't. Almost all of my stepmom's comments were about me, my sister, and even my mom. But when it came to my brother, the only thing she criticized was his sleepovers or when he came back late from hanging out with friends. But for me and my sister, she's made up things about our lives, criticized our clothes, and even said that she hates it when we hug our dad. She said we're too clingy and talked badly about my mom. My sister said it was sexist and that maybe my stepmom had some sort of problem with us. She said that she always believed my stepmom didn't really hear her, and maybe she wasn't speaking well or was hard to understand. But honestly, the worst part is how my sister feels. My sister's greatest pride is being able to pronounce some words, even if they're short or sound more like noise to some people. We understand her, but my stepmom has made her feel insecure every time she ignored her. My sister used to justify it by thinking that it was her fault and that my stepmom was just having trouble learning. But the truth is, it wasn't that hard. My sister was just being ignored, and that's the most hurtful thing of all. Now we know that she was never interested in learning. I'm getting mad again as I write this, sorry. My mom said she was going to talk to both of them, mainly because, even though it's an anonymous site, my stepmom's way of expressing herself is disturbing. My mom doesn't want my siblings to be around someone like that. But she's venting, right? Being a stepmom is lonely. I received comments like that. But it's not the same to say, I feel lonely and stressed, than to say, my stepdaughter behaves like a expletive, just because my younger sister and I wear bikinis to the pool. Her account is old. She's been leaving comments like that for years, full of lies and complaints we never even heard about before. It's just messed up. We've arranged to talk to our dad all together and show him everything, so we'll probably tell him tomorrow because I need to leave for the academy on Monday. My stepmom's account still hasn't been deleted, and it's crazy how she makes things up just to get approval from strangers. At this point, I don't even know if she's crazy or a compulsive liar. I'd like to check her email again since the password is saved, but I'm not sure if she'll get a notification if I do. This time, I've logged out of the account. Update 3. We talked to my dad over the weekend. For now, he's staying at my mom's house. It's a complicated situation because my younger half-sibling is involved too. Over the weekend, I went to my dad's house, and the first thing I did was talk to my stepmom privately. I told her I'd found her Reddit account, and that I was going to discuss it with my dad. She told me I can't condemn her for using it as an intimate diary, but I told her that this isn't a diary. It's a social network where she's publicly airing her grievances and lies. If anyone other than me had discovered her account, what would have happened? Would they have believed everything she invented? I also pointed out that if her identity had been revealed on that account by someone else, it could cause a lot of problems for me. I could even get kicked out of the academy. There's a big difference between saying I'm stressed and my stepdaughters behave like expletive around their father. I told her that my mom and sister also knew about the account and would come to talk to her about it too. For obvious reasons, she just went to lock herself in her room, refusing to talk to me. Once we spoke to my dad, I showed him most of the posts and comments. There were so many crazy comments that it would take too long to read them all. She's the type of person who comments the entire story of her life on other people's posts. My dad got really angry. My stepmom had never expressed having any problem with us like this before. If we had known how she really felt, things might have been different. My dad went to look for my stepmom, but she refused to talk about it and was mostly angry with me for violating her privacy. My dad told her that she was insane for thinking that my sister and I sexually provoked him. He couldn't believe the things she'd said about my sister, or how happy she seemed whenever my sister wasn't home. He was shocked at how she counted the days until my sibling no longer had to visit their house. My dad told her that she knew he was a father and would never abandon us. He said she made her choice, and that instead of talking about her problems, she decided to create an account to play the victim. She said she needed a place to vent, but he told her that venting isn't the same as lying, and it's definitely not the same as hating your stepdaughters and saying horrible things about them. She could have talked about her feelings instead of just lying. They argued a lot, but it didn't get anywhere because she kept defending herself. My dad finally told her that it was over. My mom told my dad she wasn't going to let my sister and brother be around someone who's clearly mentally unstable. No normal person thinks the way she does. After arguing with my stepmom, trying to make her understand that what she did was wrong, she just kept justifying herself. My dad then went with us to tell my stepmom that he would come back just to see my brother every day, but that he no longer trusted her. He'd never seen that side of her before. She had lied for so many years. Nothing really went as I expected. I thought she might show more maturity, or at least apologize, but I don't think she even realizes what she did was wrong. In her mind, everything was justified because being a stepmom is difficult, but nothing justifies her cruelty and toxicity. It's hurtful to know that someone can hide so much darkness inside. I wasn't super close with her, but I liked her enough to share clothes and things with her. So I'm feeling sad about it, mostly for my dad. Comments. Comment 1. Wow. Just wow. You think you know someone and then BAM. I'm so sorry you and your family are dealing with this. Your stepmom is off her rocker. Does she need constant attention and approval? She needs therapy, and most likely the whole family needs therapy. This is traumatic, and major trust issues are forming. Stay well, stay strong. Comment 2. I'm happy that your father stood up for you. I got kicked out of this step-parent subreddit because it was clear some step-parents were unhinged and hated their stepkids with a passion. OP. Yeah, I even had to delete the first post because someone made a post in that sub to alert my stepmom. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit notification bell to stay updated.